Welcome back, Masters and Princesses, to another episode of Maid News Network. I am your host, S.J. Nix, and today we have a recap from the first of the three Hall Tour shows. This one comes to you from Nagoya City Public Hall in Aichi, Japan. Now, we're only getting three on this one. This isn't going to be like the 10th anniversary tour where we're doing these constantly, the tattoos. This is going to be very similar format, though. We're going to go over the show, any surprises, talk about the set list. And this show has a couple of sort of surprises, I guess, things that we knew about, but things we definitely want to talk about. But whenever we go over a show, we always start with the set list. And this time, our set list is pretty straightforward. There's nothing that really set the world on fire. No Easter eggs, no surprises, stuff that we've always got before. And we're going to talk about it right now. Top to bottom, first thing we opened up with, No God. Number 2 was Play. Then we get to Unleash. And if I'm understanding things correctly, we get our first surprise with Unleash. Now, the intro to Unleash, instead of our typical battle with Konami and Misa, what I'm hearing is we had a little mini battle of Miku and MISA. I can't tell you much more about it because I don't know. There's no video from this, but everything I've seen about it up to this point, this is barely 6 a.m. here in LA time, so the show only ended a couple hours ago. There's not a lot of information out there yet. But we got a Miku Misa battle on the front end of, I think, Unleash. Again, details are kind of fuzzy. We got Fog of War because the show ended recently. And then at the back end of the song, we got a Konami and a Misa, the battles that we're used to having. But I'm also hearing that both were really paying attention to the fretwork that the other was doing and seemed like they were improvising off of each other. That would be kind of new. Now, they did that at the Yokohama, and you can see it in Hate that they're kind of staring at each other. But what I'm hearing is just a little bit different. It almost looked like they were improvising. Let's see if we hear anything more about that in the coming days. Oh, and right off the front, I skipped this. We got a brand new entrance theme for them. So the first surprise of the night, I suppose, was the entrance theme. And then the next thing would have been the Miku and Misa battle. After Unleash, we go into Domination, which has been a closer for a while with the 10th anniversary tour, but not this time around. Number 5 was Dice into Blooming. That's a pretty hot transition. That one, Blooming pops in and out. So those of you who really like that song, good for you. It made its way into the set. Number 7, Don't You Tell Me. 8 is Hate. You can't hate 8 at 8. Can't hate at 8. I'm going to be doing that again. That has fast become one of the fan favorites in the set. I absolutely love it. And when it comes to introducing people to the band, the live video of Hate with the Misa and Konami back and forth, it's the gold standard right now. What used to be the Domination live has moved over to Hate. By all indications, one of the favorite songs in the set from fans. I told you it's early. Into Afterlife, another one that pops in and out from time to time, but didn't get a lot of love last time around. So we get Afterlife. From Now On is going to be our instrumental. Moving right into Sense. And after Sense at 11, we get into our slow section of the set. We have Bestie, which expect that to be around quite a bit, especially this year. And then into Daydreaming. You're never going to get a complaint about me for having Daydreaming. So that's 13. We're a little over halfway through the set. That's our slowdown point. Coming out of Daydreaming, another one that I would love to see live again. I think I've only seen it once, is YOLO. Such a great song. In my opinion, one of those underappreciated ones that kind of that flies under the radar. But live, it's fantastic. Endless Story. 16, Choose Me. 17, one of the newer ones that we expect to get on the new album coming up here, Brightest Star. Then into Shambles. And Shambles is another one that I'm hearing good things about live. People are really liking the way that is coming off live. Then we get into our brand newest song that we have from them that we're still waiting on more information for. But the theme from Grandizer is Protect You. So Protect You slipped in at number 19. Number 20, getting down toward the end of the set, we get Alone. This is another one that doesn't pop into the set a whole lot, but is always great. And those who've been around for a while, I think we all have a memory of the first time we heard Alone, knowing it was their first written song that they did all by themselves, and then hearing Konami's solo. Still to this day, I think Alone is one of Konami's best solos. 21, Different. 22, Magi. And then we closed out the set with Influencer. I don't think they've closed with Influencer before. I know someone's going to pull my punk card on it if they have, but I don't remember that being a closer for them before. But there you have it. 23 songs in the set, exactly what we expect from a show like this. The international shows, you generally get 23 in countries, sometimes between 23 and 25, but the length makes perfect sense. All right. Now we're going to talk about a few other things that went on at the show. We went over the new entrance music. We talked about the battle. Oh yeah, I seem to remember seeing something on social media about, I don't know, maybe someone got a new guitar. Does that ring a bell? Well, as expected, and as Mincho was hinting like crazy for the last week, she got herself a brand new PRS. And if you were involved in any of the conversations surrounding that, there was a whole lot of speculation that based on the headstock and that thin inlay up at the top, it was going to be a private stock. And shocker of shockers, it is a private stock. She was absolutely ecstatic to share her brand new private stock PRS with the crowd. And from what I'm hearing, it was a brown color with some green and gray. Now, again, still early in the morning here. It's only 6 a.m. Pacific time, which would mean 9 on the West Coast, which is where, or on the East Coast where PRS is. Nothing on their website yet as far as that. But again, it's early, fog of war. I expect as the day goes on, we are going to see some beautiful photos on this. And even maybe by the time I edit this thing and post it, Konami's going to put pictures of that guitar out there. I'm really excited to see it. Those of you who were hoping for a signature model SE, this isn't going to be it. Unless you've got between $10,000 and $14,000 in your pocket, you're probably not going to be getting one of these guitars. Now, private stock is the absolute pinnacle of a PRS guitar. Everything about it is completely handmade, hand assembled, and hand finished. And the materials are absolutely top notch, which is why they run in that $10,000 range. Whether or not she gets a signature SE, we don't know at this point. All we know is that she got herself a beautiful private stock, what essentially is going to be a signature model. If it's a private stock, it's everything about it is what you want. So in theory, it's a signature. Whether it's going to be a production model, we'll have to wait and see. Those of you who think you want one, start collecting cans and bottles because it's going to be north of 10K. I'm excited. I can't wait to see this thing. I love beautiful guitars. PRS makes some of the best guitars on the planet as far as finish, fit, and playability. So let's see. Am I going to get one? Am I going to get a private stock? I don't see that happening, but you know, maybe the lottery gods will bless me. All right. Again, as with the tattoo videos from the 10th anniversary tour, these tend to be a little bit short. These are recaps of the set. Anything interesting or new that happened in it, we've gone over all of that. I can't wait to get a look at this PRS, hear any stories from the people who were at the show. But for now, I'm going to say goodbye to you. This has been SJ Nick's Maid News Network recap of the first Hall Tour show at Aichi in Nagoya. We will see you next time on Maid News Network.